Our next speaker is Ardelean, and when I was researching for new people to join the Opal team, and I was asking around, Anna's name kept popping up, saying you have to speak to Anna, you have to speak to Anna and get her onto your team. So I was delighted when Anna joined us. Well, she's very busy, Anna. She, in her past, she's worked on the coalface side of Playwork, but also in the management and more in the academic side. So currently, as well as supporting schools to improve their play through Opal, she lectures in childhood development and Playwork at Leeds Beckett University. Anna is another of the co-researchers and authors of the Case for Play in Schools, the report that we're launching today. And she's going to be focusing more on the perspectives of teachers and school staff. So Anna, if you can turn on your microphone and your camera, lovely. And we've got your report all set up. Fantastic.
Oh, lovely.
Over to you, Anna.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for that introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm just trying to work out all my controls. My screen keeps going smaller, bigger, but I think I'm getting there. Is that
yeah, if you do, we can see we can see the whole thing. So if you do the start slideshow.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely. That's all. That looks great, Anna.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Michael. And I'll just start by saying that it was an absolute pleasure to work on this project, to write up the case for play in schools alongside Kate and Wendy. And I realised very early on when writing this report that we can't really talk about play in schools without first recognising teachers' concerns about playtimes, which, according to our report findings, typically revolve around children's poor behaviour, conflict and play fighting, which is usually assumed to lead to aggression and real fighting, as well as difficulties in allowing risky play to take place, as we've kind of gathered from today's presentations, along with issues around supervising play without restricting it. As a result of such concerns, we found that there is a strong focus on implementing and maintaining a range of rules, which mainly attempt to ensure children's safety, but which also restrict or promote certain behaviours for a variety of reasons, or restrict access to space. There is also plenty of anxiety around injuries, along with tensions between allowing risk-taking in play and duties to keep children safe. Further teacher dilemmas were found to occur between supporting children's free, self-organised play and managing or controlling unwanted behaviour, as well as between organising structured activities and allowing children the chance to work things out for themselves. After today, and certainly after reading the literature review, it may come as no surprise that the best way to address teachers' concerns, and the consequences of reacting on the basis of those concerns is to focus on improving the quality of playtimes. One key way to improve playtimes is by encouraging and supporting children's risky play. If you thought you were getting away from risky play, then you're wrong. The literature consistently showed that when schools introduced loose parts in the playground and allowed a certain level of risk in play, they experienced high levels of inclusion and engagement from children who would typically remain on the periphery of the playground, along with better integration between ages and different genders, as well as significant reductions in lunchtime incidents and accidents, improved behaviour, reduced aggression, more confidence and motivation in staff, more happiness in both children and school staff, and positive reactions from parents. When it comes to risk, official guidance, including that from the Health and Safety Executive, encourages a balanced approach between keeping children safe, fulfilling their desire for risk taking, and promoting the many health and developmental benefits of risky play, which have been highlighted today. And more of those, you'll find more of those benefits in the actual literature review. But what you'll also find is that those benefits far outweigh those associated with avoiding risk. Plus, we must also bear in mind that children will always seek out risk for both the thrill of it and to overcome it, and that they are rather skilled in judging and managing their own risks. Of course, that might make adults feel uncomfortable, but we should not forget that children enjoy and benefit from the kinds of play that adults dislike, and that we should not endeavour to stop those types of play. Risky play is, of course, one of those examples, but another one is play fighting. And both risky play and play fighting are some of the main playtime related concerns for teachers. However, the literature highlights that only 1% of play fights results in real fights, and that engaging in rough and tumble play does not promote or increase aggression. On the contrary, it provides many developmental benefits, which you can all enjoy reading about in the literature review. Another key way to improve play times is to recognise that there is a distinct lack of play training available to those who supervise play, and to begin to invest in appropriate adult supervision of children's play in schools. The literature is clear on the fact that it is not enough to add loose parts and encourage risky play for schools to get the desired effect in the long run. Staff need to engage in understanding and reframing risk in play, and of course, as it's been said earlier today, in reflection as well. But also, the influence of the school culture and adult behaviour on play must also be considered. Changing the physical landscape is only one piece of the puzzle. The other very important piece is to seek out training and mentoring from play workers. By consulting the literature, we found that schools who did benefit from play worker support found that their playground supervisors not only improved their understanding and skills, but became more comfortable with the less structured and the more adventurous side of play. They could also see children playing in new ways and the benefits of that. And they also shifted their attention on what children can rather than what they shouldn't do, which of course also helps to strengthen their relationships with children. Given that play takes up a considerable part of the school day, 20%, researchers argue that supervision needs to be as important and worthy of as much planning as that given to teaching in the classroom. And I'll leave you to ponder on that. And so to summarize, addressing teachers' concerns about playtimes and mitigating against the harmful consequences of restricting play because of those concerns can be achieved in two main ways: improving provision for and encouraging risk-taking in play, and investing in appropriate adult training and supervision, which can effectively support that risk and facilitate quality play. By seeking support from play workers in reframing risk, changing perceptions on play fighting, understanding the effect of adult intervention in children's play, and facilitating play instead of curtailing it, schools can begin to build a culture around play, which is just as important, if not more so, than changing the physical landscape. Thank you.